You gotta explain the party part.
Them saucy Santana.
Nah, stop it.
We got air.
No, stop.
You the one said maybe the girl, Saucy, and Puffy having parties. Don't act like you didn't say that.
What about city girls? What does the future of city girls look like?
Hopefully, the future of the city girls can beat the city girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I pray that our egos does not like separate it, or the internet, or guys.
Listen closely, because this story did not explode quietly. It crashed into the internet like a thunderclap, shook timelines, and left fans frozen, staring at their screens, asking the same question over and over again. Did she really just say that? Overnight, JT went from posting slick captions and studio vibes to being at the center of one of the most uncomfortable conversations hip-hop has seen in a long time. Not a petty argument, not a shade-filled tweet, but a set of claims so heavy, so personal, and so dangerous that people immediately split into two camps, those demanding answers and those begging for the conversation to stop.
What about city girls? What does the future of city girls look like?
Hopefully, the future of the city girls can beat the city girls. And I pray that our egos does not like separate it, or the internet, or guys.
Because this time, it wasn't about chart positions or broken friendships. It wasn't about who unfollowed who. It was about rumors involving health, intimacy, and powerful men whose names alone can tilt the culture. Names tied to fame, money, and carefully built images. Names people don't expect to hear in the same sentence as whispered warnings and blurred lines. And the scariest part? JT didn't sound unsure. She sounded fed up. She sounded like someone who had been holding something in for a long time, waiting for the right, or wrong, moment to let it spill. But here's the twist nobody expected. This wasn't just about exposure. It was about betrayal, silence, and who gets protected when the lights turn off. And once that door cracked open, it refused to shut again. To understand how we even got here, you have to rewind. Way back before the chaos. Back when the city girls weren't rumors and receipts, they were sisters in survival.
You gotta explain the party part.
Them saucy Santana.
Nah, stop it.
We got air.
No, stop.
You the one said maybe the girl, Saucy, and Puffy having parties. Don't act like you didn't say that.
JT and Young Miami didn't start as industry pawns or gossip magnets. They were two women from Miami who bonded over struggle, ambition, and a shared hunger to escape the places they came from. Their story was gritty before it was glamorous. They didn't fall into fame. They grabbed it with both hands while life was still punching them in the mouth. JT's journey, in particular, was never sugar-coated. Legal trouble, time behind bars, public judgment, she paid every price in full. And when she came home, hip-hop watched closely to see if the city would still love her. Meanwhile, Young Miami had held the brand together, pushing forward, keeping the door open, protecting the vision. That bond looked unbreakable from the outside. Interviews filled with laughter, matching energy on stage, that us against the world vibe fans eat up.
He was trying to recruit Krishan. That's what Diddy and what's the girl Carisha was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they were heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot of stuff going on. We're gonna talk about it on this podcast. And we're gonna get to the nitty gritty of all the gritty of the nitty. Cause it's necessary. I think them motherfuckers was trying to recruit her. Cause remember they just had her pulling up everything. Thought she about to slap her. Yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? We don't. This podcast gonna be, cause y'all know the mama know everything, everybody business. So we gonna find out on this podcast. We ain't gonna talk no shit about nobody. We ain't gonna mock nobody, but we definitely gonna explore the possibilities that were going on. Cause they kept calling on her, remember, pull up to the birthday party. come over here and dance on Carisha. Remember that? I feel like they was trying to recruit that baby.
But behind the scenes, cracks don't always scream. Sometimes they whisper. As the duo's fame grew, so did the rooms they were allowed into. Industry parties louder than the music. Private gatherings where deals weren't always about music. The kind of spaces where power moves silently and loyalty is tested without warning. And this is where things began to change. Slowly, subtly. According to JT, one of them started moving differently, aligning with people whose influence came with expectations, getting comfortable in environments where saying no wasn't always encouraged. At first, it seemed like nothing.
They was trying to recruit Krishan. That's what Diddy and what the girl Carisha was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they was heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot to things going on. We're gonna talk about it on this podcast. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty of all the gritty of the nitty. Cause it's necessary. I think them must to recruit her. Cause they just had her pulling up to everything. Thought she about to yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? Cause y'all know the mama know everything, everybody is.
Just networking, just industry politics. But JT has hinted more than once that what was happening around them went far beyond business. That certain situations made her uneasy. That lines were being blurred, not just romantically, but morally. Still, she kept quiet, for the sake of the group, for the sake of growth, for survival. Because when you're building something from nothing, you convince yourself that discomfort is the price of success. But resentment doesn't disappear just because you ignore it. It waits, and eventually, it explodes. The internet didn't just wake up to chaos, it walked straight into it. One minute, fans were celebrating new music and fashion moments. The next minute, timelines were buzzing with clipped audio, vague captions, and shock-filled reaction videos. JT didn't drop a neat statement. She didn't file a clean press release. Instead, what surfaced felt raw, impulsive, and fueled by anger that had been sitting too long. She spoke about dangerous rumors she claimed to have heard while moving through certain circles, whispered warnings, side conversations that made her stomach drop. And then came the part that made people gasp, claims that connected Young Miami to reckless behavior, powerful men, and silence around alleged health risks. JT didn't present lab results, she didn't show documented proof, but she spoke with the kind of certainty that made people uncomfortable. What nobody expected was the list of names being dragged into speculation. Well-known rappers, athletes, men with families, endorsements, and spotless public images. Suddenly, fans were replaying interviews, rewatching old footage, questioning smiles and body language like detectives who didn't know where to look next. But here's where things get complicated and dangerous. Allegations involving health aren't gossip. They carry real consequences. And many people immediately pushed back, accusing JT of crossing a line that should never be crossed, no matter how bitter the fallout. Still, JT doubled down on one thing. She wasn't trying to destroy anyone. According to her, she was tired of watching powerful people move without accountability, especially when women were quietly expected to absorb the risk. She implied that some situations she witnessed weren't accidental, that there was a culture of silence, protection, and denial, that when concerns were raised privately, they were brushed off, laughed at, or reframed as jealousy. And then came the part that hurt the most, the sense that someone she trusted had chosen access over honesty, that Young Miami knew more than she let on, that she played both sides while JT stood firm on her boundaries. JT suggested that when she refused to participate in certain environments or interactions, she was slowly iced out, not kicked away loudly, but distanced, excluded, made to feel difficult. And when things finally blew up publicly, JT felt painted as unstable, emotional, and bitter, while others kept their relationships intact, their invitations flowing, their bank accounts growing. That realization cuts deep, because betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. It comes from the person who lets you walk into danger without warning you. As the conversation spiraled, fans turned ruthless. Some accused JT of clout chasing. Others accused her of finally telling the truth no one wanted to hear. The internet did what it always does. It picked sides without knowing the full story. Meanwhile, the names mentioned stayed mostly silent. No detailed responses, no emotional defenses, just distance. And sometimes, silence speaks louder than 1,000 tweets. But there was another layer people couldn't ignore: the stigma. Allegations tied to health don't just affect reputations. They affect families, children, and people who never asked to be involved. And that's where sympathy started shifting again. Even if JT felt wronged, even if she carried real pain, was this the way to process it? Or had hurt turned into something reckless? The truth is, trauma doesn't make people neat. It makes them loud, messy, and sometimes destructive. And JT sounded like someone who had been swallowing fear and frustration for a very long time. She wasn't just exposing others, she was exposing how unsafe she felt in a world that glamorizes excess while punishing women for protecting themselves. The emotional toll of this moment is heavy. For JT, it meant reopening wounds she likely tried to stitch closed years ago. Trust broken not just professionally, but personally. Realizing that fame didn't protect her, it isolated her. For young Miami, it meant facing public scrutiny that goes beyond music. Having her loyalty, morals, and relationships dissected minute by minute. Whether the claims are true or not, once doubt reaches the public, it never leaves quietly. And then there are the people watching, young fans, women in the industry, people trying to figure out what this all means. It paints a picture of an environment where power matters more than honesty, and silence is rewarded until it isn't. Careers don't always fall from scandals like this. Sometimes they rot slowly. Relationships don't always end with screaming. Sometimes they die in silence. JT's vulnerability came at a cost. She gained attention, but she also gained isolation. Once you speak against an unspoken system, you don't get invited back into it. And maybe that's what makes this story so uncomfortable. Not the rumors themselves, but the idea that something deeper might be wrong, and nobody wants to confront it directly. So where does this leave us? In a messy, unresolved space. Allegations without confirmation. Feelings without closure. And a friendship that may never be repaired. JT didn't just expose rumors, she exposed how unsafe silence can feel. Young Miami didn't just lose a partner, she lost the benefit of unquestioned loyalty. And the industry, once again, watched without stepping in. This isn't a story about who's right or wrong, at least not yet. It's about power, trust, and the cost of speaking when the truth, real or perceived, has nowhere safe to land. And as the internet keeps refreshing, replaying, and rewriting this narrative, one thing is clear: this story isn't over, not even close. Because once secrets start leaking out of glossy rooms, they don't stop until the pressure is gone. And the question everyone is still afraid to ask is simple: how much more has been buried, and who's going to be brave enough to face it next?